Okay, got you.
All right, so I think we got everybody here, so can you call the roll, please?
Director Stobie.
Only one total, 7 minimum.
I'm here.
Director Stobie.
I'm here.
Director Wilson.
Here.
Director Hayes.
Here.
Director Russell.
Here.
Director Eccles is excused, and Director Edwards is excused. President Bradley.
Here we have a quorum, and I will call this meeting to order.
From the President, plans and specifications for letting number 8710, asphalt overlay parking lot D at St. Louis Lambert International Airport. Preliminary approval for letting number 8714, concrete and brick removal replacement and complete sidewalk installation, project number SP113, St. Louis, Missouri. Recommendation that the board accept supplies and equipment to be purchased on behalf of the Police Department, Fire Department, and Medical Examiner's Office pursuant to a grant agreement between the city and East-West Gateway Council of Governments. Recommends approval. From the President, Director of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that permit for IKEA Smart City, LLC, to install interactive kiosk system and replace sidewalks at 4974 Lindell on the southeast quad of the intersection of Lindell and Kings Highway. Recommends approval subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Public Utilities, recommendation that the board declares as an emergency action replacement of 4 18-inch influent filter valves at the Howard Bend Water Treatment Plant filter plant facility. Recommends approval. From the Director of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that the following Ameren, Missouri, doing business as Union Electric, be approved subject to certain conditions to install 4-inch conduit and pad location to terminal pole across Victor Street for primary cable. Ameren will install cable to follow 2717 Sydney Street. To break into existing duct bank on the north side of Hickory and install new cable and conduit crossing Hickory south to new terminal pole in adjacent alley at 2207 through 35 Hickory. To install new conduit and cable from existing manhole at McKay and Hickory north to new switchgear installed at 1116 Missouri at 2207 through 35 Hickory. Recommends approval subject to certain conditions. To install new conduit and cable crossing McKay from new switchgear east to new terminal pole at 2207 through 35 Hickory. And install manhole on Missouri near alley north of Hickory with conduit and cable crossing Missouri west in alley to new terminal pole at 2207 through 35 Hickory. Encroach with approximately 25 of 2 5-inch PL conduit at 19th Street and Herter. Joint recommendation that the following small cell permits for Verizon Wireless be approved subject to certain conditions. From proposed street pole near 2163 South Grand on the north side of Flagg near the intersection of Flagg and South Grand, bore or trench 4 feet west, northwest, etc. From proposed street light pole near 2814 South Compton on the east side of South Compton near the intersection of South Compton and Halliday, bore or trench 3 feet northeast, etc. From proposed street light pole near 2207 Lynch on the northeast side of Lynch, bore or trench 3 feet west, northwest, etc. From proposed street light pole near 3625 Magnolia on the south side of Magnolia near the intersection of Magnolia, southwest, then turning bore. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. From proposed street light pole near 3625 Magnolia on the south side of Magnolia near the intersection of Magnolia Avenue and South Grand, bore trench 12 feet southwest, etc. From proposed street light pole near 2912 Louisiana on the east side of Louisiana, bore trench 5 feet east, southeast, etc. From new small cell pole located on the north side of Forest Park Avenue, 112 feet east of Euclid, near 4545 Forest Park Avenue, bore trench 13 feet northwest, etc. Joint recommendation that the following permits for MCI Metro access be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Bore and place 1 2-inch conduit and 3 by 5 by 3 handhold for new fiber, starting by placing a new handhold in front of 7019 Dale. Then bore and place conduit for new fiber 35 feet south along Dale. Turn and bore 18 feet east along the south side of Dale and ending at existing handhold located across the street from 7019 Dale. Bore and place 1 2-inch conduit and 3 by 5 by 3 handhold for new fiber, starting by placing a new handhold in front of 6746 Dale. Then bore and place conduit for new fiber 374 feet east along the south side of Dale to front of 6712 Dale. Turn south and bore 30 feet, ending in placing new handhold at the side of 6712 Dale. Bore and place 1 2-inch conduit and 3 by 5 by 3 handhold for new fiber, starting by placing a new handhold in front of 6770 wide. From this handhold, bore and place conduit for new fiber 267 feet south along the east side of Central Avenue and place new handhold near the front of 6771 West Park. Turn and bore 761 feet east along the north side of West Park, placing new handhold near front of 1240 Craft. Turn and bore 146 feet north along the east side of Craft and ending in placing new handhold in front of 1226 Craft. Bore and place 1 2-inch conduit and 3 by 5 by 3 handhold for new fiber, starting by placing new handhold in front of 1215 Childress. From this handhold, bore and place conduit for new fiber 290 feet south, placing new handhold near front of 1239 Childress. Turn and bore 580 feet west along the north side of West Park to Louisville. Then turn and bore 40 feet north on the east side of Louisville and place new handhold in front of 1232 Louisville. Then bore 46 feet west across Louisville. Then bore west across Louisville, ending and placing new handhold across the street from 1232 Louisville. Bore and place 1 2-inch conduit and 3 by 5 by 3 handholds for new fiber, starting by placing new handhold at the intersection of Franklin and North Grand, near 900 North Grand, etc. Bore and place 1 2-inch conduit and 3 by 5 by 3 handholds for new fiber, starting at new handhold being placed on permit request V1 2101 ONED at parking of 3933 McPherson. Bore and place conduit for new fiber 80 feet across Vandervender and place a new handhold along McPherson, etc. And bore and place 1 2-inch conduit and 3 by 5 by 3 handholds for new fiber, starting at proposed handhold located across the street from 2840 Cass. Bore and place conduit for new fiber 475 feet south, etc. From the Director of Streets. Recommendation that permit for BJC Healthcare to install a 36-inch dome mirror on the street light across from the EMS exit path onto Kings Highway from 600 South Kings Highway be approved subject to certain conditions. Recommendation that Cortex Community to encroach with directional wayfinding signage for parking structure at 7 locations at Duncan and South Boyle, along Duncan, along Sarah, at Sarah and Duncan, and Custom Steel Drive and Sarah be approved subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Public Safety, we have the conditional uses.
Good afternoon, Mr. President and members of the Board. My name is Sandra Long, Zoning Specialist for the City, and I'll be representing the Building Commissioner at today's meeting. Per Board Order Number 766, transmitted herewith, are recommendations for the following conditional use agenda applications. Approval with conditions is recommended for 7 applications. 4123 South Compton, 3121 Arsenal, 8033 North Broadway, 4040 South Grand, 4743 Morgan Ford, 4409 Shreve, and 424749 South Kings Highway. I request that these recommendations be approved as submitted.
Excuse me, Rich, when I get the vote, can you please say your name so I'll know? Because I don't know how this is going to work on the phone.
Yes, we can do that, and before we do that, I would like to just make the mention that the Director of Public Safety has joined the meeting as well in my office. So with that, are there any questions on the conditional uses as presented? Seeing none, I would ask for a motion to approve, please.
So moved.
This is Kurt. I make that motion.
Okay, and I got a second from Director Edwards in my office. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Russell.
Aye.
Director Eccles is excused. Director Edwards.
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye. Conditional uses are approved. I'd like to turn your attention to our meeting minutes from last Tuesday, March 17th, 2020. Are there any questions or comments on the minutes presented? And before we do that, I'll just mention that directors who were absent at the last week's meeting were Dr. Eccles, Director Hayes, and Director Edwards. So if there are no questions, I would ask for a motion to approve, please.
This is Kurt. I make that motion.
Second.
Okay, motion and seconded by Director Russell. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Russell.
Aye.
And we have somebody else that joined the conference. I'm not sure who it is.
Director Edwards.
Abstain.
Okay. And President Bradley.
Aye. The minutes are approved. Today's agenda, questions or comments on the agenda? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion, please.
Hayes, motion to approve.
Second.
Moved by Director Hayes, seconded by Director Russell. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Russell.
Aye.
Director Eccles is excused. Director Edwards.
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye. The agenda is approved. Motion for adjournment, please.
So moved. Greg Hayes.
Second, Kurt.
Moved by Director Hayes, seconded by Director Scobie. All in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Yeah, sure.